Hi, guys. First of all, apologies. Life is a roller coaster over here, and I feel that I'm rather dragging you all along for the ride. Um, I got a lot done yesterday. Not as much as I would really like, but I got a lot done. Um, Today's the day when they start setting up for eviction proceedings. I could have 3 days. I could have till the 31st. Though she said it would probably be the 31st was when they would officially come and, you know, um, oust us. Um, Yesterday was such a rough day. Oh my God, it was so rough. And I'm really hating how up and down everything is. This roller coaster is definitely the worst one in the last 5 years. I mean, I know sometimes my posts can be rather roller coastery. I'm a reactionary person, so a lot of times whatever is happening in the moment is what I'm reacting to. Um, and yesterday was a bad day. It really was. And so many people banded together and started sending in more help, um, leaving with such wonderful words, um, sending love. And I feel that every response I made was just completely blah and did not adequately show any gratitude or positivity. And I do apologize for that. I usually try to stay positive, and there are times when my feet get knocked out from underneath me. Um, and this has definitely been this last couple of months have been one of those times where every time I get back to my feet, it seems every time I find something good, um, it's like my feet get knocked out from underneath me again. And yesterday was a super bad day. I mean, even with all the help and love and support that came in, um, I just wasn't feeling any of it. Uh, but I know where it all comes from, and I know you guys. I know you guys love me, and gosh, I love you too. I really wish that I had better responses for you all than I did. Um, and I think love is actually one of those things that is screwing me up over here. Um, I love my guys, all my guys, my fuzzy guys. I mean, look how. Remember that little kitten I had? Look how big this thing has gotten. He's a big baby. Yeah, he's a big baby. Um, but love for all my guys and worry, getting us to where we'll be safe and making sure that we have enough to get by, making sure the kids get back into school and that they're okay and that I have insurance for them. I mean, all of this just piles up, and to realize that there's going to be uniforms at the door, and I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'm such a square. It's kind of ridiculous. But the thought of uniforms coming up to shove me out of what's been my home for the last 7 years is frightening. It's terrifying. Um, and what this place that I've been with for 20 years can do to me. I mean, how they can wreck my credit, how they can ruin my life and just freeze everything. It all hit yesterday, and yesterday was a supremely bad day. So I do apologize if my responses to you guys were less than combobulated, and if they were in any way in short of the gratitude and love um, that I do feel for you and that I feel towards you all. Um, I took a nap yesterday, got up, got dinner together, and then went to bed at like 10 o'clock at night, not too long after my boyos went to bed. Um, and I got some more sleep, and I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning, and I felt better, and I realized all these people have been reaching out to me, and I probably hadn't seen it very well. Um, and I realized that curling up into a ball and, wishing the world to go away, uh, isn't going to help. It certainly isn't going to get anything done, and it will only make matters worse. I also realize we may not get to the destination that we want, not immediately. And I think that was what was kind of messing me up too. I mean, how do you communicate that? We're gonna make this jump. We're going to put everything we have into it. We're taking so many risks because if we stay here, we're screwed. If we leave, we're screwed. Either which way, our lives are screwed. And we're not even going to get to the point that we want to be at. I mean, how do you communicate that? But what's so funny is, hubby had gone to bed not too long after I did, and he got back up again. Was up for, I guess, an hour before I woke up, and I woke up around 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm one of those. And I felt better, and I told him we're probably not going to make it as far as we want to. And I kind of had to brace for that reaction. He was like, "Oh yeah, I know that." Here I was, so terrified to communicate this thought, and he already knew. I mean, he knows that there's so much that can happen. There's so much that can go wrong. When we do get our income tax in, we're probably going to try to send this company $1,000 just to shut them up for a little bit so that they won't completely destroy us. Because they have that ability. The law's on their side. They can destroy us if they want to. So it's one of those things of where we're both on the same page. I just didn't think we were. And it seems that he's a couple of paragraphs ahead of me. But my husband usually is. I have this bad habit sometimes of thinking I'm the smartest person in the room. And he usually is the smartest person in the room. And I never give him the credit for it. He's so terrible. This man is so supportive of me. And I should definitely be more supportive of him. He's always right there on the ball. So half of that was just, yesterday was just the sheer fear of we're just not going to make it as far as we want to. And he was like, I anticipated that, I saw that coming. He was like, so we'll come to rest wherever we come to rest. And we'll take a break, and then we'll try again. Get some funds built up, get us rolling, we'll try again. I don't like how that's going to put our kids in and out of school. But I feel at the same time it couldn't hurt because I already know the Jeep is probably only going to make it so far. And we'll need to replace her. It's just that simple. We're going to need to replace her. And he was like, any of your friends out there in ElJay land, he was like, do you think that maybe they'd have some suggestions? I'm like, well, I know that further up north, I have several friends. I have friends in Connecticut. I have friends in Michigan. I have friends in Wisconsin. I have friends in Illinois. I have friends all over the place. I said, but they might be able to help with suggestions, and that's just about it. So with this post, I'm gonna ask for your suggestions. Anything that will get us away from Louisville. Hopefully a blue state would be nice, because they're a little bit more progressive, and a place where we can land at least for 6 months, get the kiddos through the last bit of school, and then prepare for the next leap. That's what we're looking at right now. Because we realize when the income tax come in, it could be, $1,500. It could be, $5,000. But I'm aiming more for $1,500 because the last 4 months, neither one of us had insurance. And shoot, we don't even have my last W-2. So it's one of those things of, I'm still waiting for that to come in. So I haven't even filed the taxes yet. So there's a lot riding on what ifs and maybes. And that can be crippling. That can be jarring. And it seems that every now and again, while I'm trying to bolster myself, while I find a new avenue that looks open, and I watch it just slam shut in front of me, um, it gets me. And yesterday, it really got me. I mean, I got a lot of stuff done, but I was so utterly depressed and just terrified out of my mind that it slowed up a lot of what I could have been doing. I know that we'll make it, and I know that we're not doing this alone. Each and every one of you guys has reached out to help. I know a lot of you all are in the same boat I am. So many of you are. You're in the same boat I am, and you keep trying, and you keep reaching out, and you keep just helping to push us along. Um, and there's just no words for that. I try every day to be one of the good people that you all are, and you make it easier to definitely try to be a good person, and try to reach out and be positive, and live up to what you all expect of me, and live up to what you all see in me. And I see it every day from you guys. And every day I'm grateful for you. And even on the days when things are really bad, I'm grateful to have you all in my life. We'll make it. I know we will. But the days like yesterday, it seems utterly impossible. And for such a person who's so reactive, I'm one of those who just bumbles along through life. I don't really, like, I love people, I love my little family, but it's like, it's something that I'm constantly aware of in the back of my head. I have a tendency to take it all for granted until a situation like this happens. Then you can't just really take it for granted. It's really hard to take it for granted. And it translates into fear and depression. I love these guys. I love my fuzzy boys. I love my non-fuzzy boys. I love my husband, and I love them all so dearly. And when it hits, it's usually a good thing. But yesterday, it was kind of not. And you guys helped me out. You helped me out, and you made it better. And so when I finally got some rest that was actual rest, instead of tossing about and I guess my mind pretending it was resting while I was busy having nightmares, it looks a little bit better today. And I know that, 2 days from now, that could change. Like I said, out of all the roller coasters in the last 5 years, this is definitely the worst one. I know that when everything's packed up in that moving van, when we're actually in it, and we've got, the small creatures, packed away, and we've got, the kiddos, occupied, and while we're getting moving, I'll be fine then. Before then, I'm going to be up and down a lot. So I apologize in advance. I also apologize because I'm wearing the same outfit I was yesterday. This is what I was cleaning in, so that's what I'm going to be doing again today. Might as well wear it out before I have to wash it. So it's mildly embarrassing, isn't it? But I wanted to thank you all for being on this roller coaster with me. I know it's not something you all necessarily want to do. Gosh, who wants to be on a roller coaster that nobody asked for? But thank you for being here with me. I don't always say it right. I don't always say it proper. And sometimes I say it a little bit too late. But I wanted to thank you, tell you how grateful I am for all of you, and let you know that I love you. And it always seems so wrong to say that, especially after so many people have reached out to help. It seems like it's it's like I usually am, a reactive type of thing, and that's not how it's intended at all. we could be sitting here on absolutely nothing, and I'd still be telling you thank you, because you all have been part of my family for so long now. I can't imagine life without any of you. And that's what this post is about. This post is about thank you. This post is about I'm sorry. And I'm probably going to have days like yesterday again. It's probably going to happen again. And I want to apologize in advance for it. Because this roller coaster it's a rough one. I'm hoping that the ride ends soon and I can get back on steady ground where I usually appreciate being. But until then, just hang in there tight. Take good care of yourselves. Take good care of each other. I'll try to take care of me, as somebody has suggested. Just know that I love you, and I'm grateful to each and every one of you. Thank you for being a part of my life, a roller coaster that it is right now. And I hope to see you all there with me when the ground is steady. Love you all.